The University of Alabama has just landed a commitment from the number 2 running back in the nation. That's right, I'm talking about 5-star Kamar Wheaton out of Lakeview Centennial High School in Garland, Texas. And I'm not going to sit here and lie to a single one of y'all today. I had written this guy off, did not plan on seeing Kamar be a part of this 2021 class, but I am blown away by the job that this Alabama coaching staff has done out on the recruiting trail for 2021. And we're going to talk about exactly what it means for Alabama now that they have secured a commitment from an elite running back in Kamar Wheaton on today's episode of Tide Talk. All right, I want to start the episode off with a question like we usually do. Get in the comment section right now and give me a Y for yes or an N for no. You know the deal. Do you believe this recruiting class is the greatest of all time? And I'm not just talking about for Alabama. I'm talking about point blank period, greatest of all time. Get in the comment section right now. Y for yes, N for no. And I'll pin this down below. Can't wait to see what you all think about that. Moving right along here, we've got to take a look at the prospect. 5'11", right at 200 pounds, and just as complete of a running back as you'll find coming out of the high school ranks. Kamar Wheaton can do it all. He can run away from defenders, and if you don't get out of his way, he's liable to run through you. He's just one of those kind of backs that can do it all. He can catch the ball out of the backfield. He's a threat as a receiver, and his blocking is much more advanced than we typically see from a high school running back prospect. Can't say enough about this kid's game. And what's even more important, he fits the mold of a player at the University of Alabama. We're talking about intangibles here. The things that you can't see that matter the most. Character, attitude, work ethic. He's got it all. He's a great student athlete and a great young man on and off the field. And I could not be any more excited to see him in crimson and white here in the future. Jeff Banks was the primary recruiter here for Kamar Wheaton, and he done an incredible job here in snagging an elite running back prospect out of the clutches of the Oklahoma Sooners. Jeff Banks, hats off to you, and of course to Coach Huff. Coach Huff was the secondary recruiter here, and just an incredible effort all the way around by the assistants on the Crimson Tide coaching staff. Nick Saban's got to be very, very happy about this. Now, Kamar coming to Alabama, a lot of people say, why would he do that? Why would he choose Alabama? They're so loaded at running back. Well, let's take an honest look at the situation at running back for Alabama. Trey Sanders has been beat up and been injured. We don't know what the future holds for Trey Sanders. Keelan Robinson opted out for this season. We don't know what the future holds for Keelan right now. The expectation with the Crimson Tide staff is that Keelan will be back, but we can't tell until we see him show back up. So basically, if we don't get Najee Harris or Brian Robinson to return for next season, we're looking at 3 healthy scholarship running backs in Tuscaloosa, and that's just not enough. So this running back room is not nearly as crowded as one might think, and it's a really good situation for Kamar Wheaton, at least in my opinion. I believe he'll come in, put his head down, go to work, and have an opportunity to share some of that load with those 3 healthy backs that we have on campus right now, or at least the 3 that we will have next season. Want to take just a second here to specifically mention a little something about the courage and the character that Kamar has shown with this commitment. But before I get into that, if you haven't hit that subscribe button just yet, I don't know what you're waiting on. We have a goal here of reaching 3,000 subscribers as quickly as we can, and we certainly would appreciate your help in reaching our goal. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me right now, and we really, really will appreciate that. We're going to hit that 3,000 number, I know, just as surely as the tide will roll. All right, getting on towards the end of this episode. Don't want to keep everybody too awful long, but I told you a couple of minutes back that I was going to say something about the courage that it's shown from Kamar, him committing to Alabama. Back when Mac Jones came out of high school, everybody just kind of really didn't even give him a lot of talk. We already had Tua committed. We had Jalen Hurts, the returning SEC Offensive Freshman of the Year, on campus. And Mac Jones came on in anyway, was not afraid to compete. And this is very, very, very similar to what we've seen today from Kamar Wheaton. He's not afraid of competition, and he don't even have to say that. His actions have spoken much more loudly than his words ever could. So real quick here, you got to commend the young man for not shying away from competition, not letting that depth chart scare him away from an opportunity of a lifetime. The opportunity to play for and be developed by the greatest coach in college football history. And I won't even argue with you about that. Hey, before we wrap up this video, this episode, everything's going the Crimson Tide's way right now. We're rushing towards the college football playoffs. We've got the greatest recruiting class of all time. I just want to thank everybody for your support here on our YouTube channel. Man, we have grown like wildfire. And if you're excited about everything that's going on with the University of Alabama right now, I need you to hit that thumbs up button. Apparently, we've had some salty little LSU and Auburn fans, maybe even a Clemson or a Notre Dame fan, bouncing through the channel here lately and hitting that little thumbs down with their salty little mad behinds. I want to even things out. If you're an Alabama fan and you're excited about what's going on with Alabama, hit that thumbs up for me right now. And if you don't want to miss a single minute of the content that we're putting out here for you on the Alabama Football News and Rumors channel on YouTube, hit that bell for notifications and you'll know every time we release new content. Hey, really, really appreciate y'all tuning in with us today. This was kind of a breaking news, got to throw it all together right now type of episode. But anytime we've got good news like getting a 5-star running back to commit to Alabama, I'm going to drop whatever I'm doing and bring it to you all. Ain't no doubt about it. Once again, I'm Ricky Green here for Tide Talk Sports, and you're watching the Alabama Football News and Rumors channel on YouTube presented by Chat Sports. We'll see you next time. Roll Tide.